Okay guys, so this is the first styling video since I started the subscription. So I took a before picture and I'll insert it, and then we're gonna do it after, but we're gonna style this unit. So it's pretty much gonna be styled like my unit that I'm wearing right now. As you guys know, it's made with nothing under the lace. So I'm pretty much just gonna show you guys how to get your units back to the way I send them, or if you washed it and you want to get it back to like nice and flat and styled how it was, how you would do that. So this is a unit that I bleached the knots on, I washed it, I conditioned it, and now I have to style it. So I decided to start doing videos when I'm styling some of these units so you guys can see. First things first, all right, I have my music playing in the back. I don't have it loud, but I love music. So first things first, this is the unit. This is a 20-inch loose wave unit in like the natural state. It's not even tamed because I just let it air dry. And this is the canvas head. So this client's head is a size 21. You may not be able to see the size on the back here, but this is a 21. It kind of have like dot all over it, but this is a 21. So to really style your units good and keep your units up, I do send you guys the styrofoam heads with your units, but I do recommend getting the canvas heads because it just allows you to like put heat and stuff on it and it doesn't burn it. So I will have this listed on the website, and mines are pretty expensive. I pay almost $40 for each one, and I have several of them in all different sizes. So you don't have to get this exact one, but it is one similar that's a little cheaper, and I'm going to be selling them to you guys. They're like $20, so I'll just put them on the site. I'll also be putting the caps that I use on the site. These are the caps that I use to make my units. And I know some wig makers also subscribe. It's not just my clients. So you guys that are interested, that always ask about the caps, these are the caps that I use. I do not use the caps from the beauty supply store. They do not allow your unit to lay down completely flat in the back. So these are the caps that I use. These will be added to the site, and these will be added to the site. And like I said, to style your units good, I honestly recommend getting a canvas head. You can even look it up if you don't believe me. But this is the canvas head. This is the wig. First things first with the, so this is a full lace. Let me state that. With the full lace, you should adjust both straps if you need to. So it's a set of straps here that comes with the wig, and then I add my technique in it. So I would adjust both sets of straps because it just helps your wig stay on tighter. Once you adjust them, you put it on your canvas head. Make sure it's down in the back. Make sure it's on there good. So I'm doing like this style. So it's going to be a middle part. So I'm going to turn this around for a second just to kind of find the guide to exactly where the middle of this wig is. Sorry, that's kind of old. I'll turn this down a little more. So I use one of these combs. You can use a wand curler or just like a curler barrel, just something where it's all steel. I use this, and then I use my Baby Bliss Pro flat iron, my 1 inch. And I don't recommend going to the stores and spending a lot of money on these like I did before I was aware. Go right to Groupon and type in Baby Bliss Pro flat irons, and those flat irons will come up. They will come up, and you can get them for much cheaper than what they are sold at in the store. And this is not the comb I was looking for because I like my other comb, but I use a tail comb. So these two combs, the curler barrel, the flat iron, a razor comb, really important, especially if you want to cut down your hairs. And last but not least, I use this. This is Jane Carter's Nourish and Shine. You can get it at your local beauty supply store or on Amazon. So these are the products that I use when I'm styling my wig. I don't use anything else, no gel or anything else. And that's not gel. That's just like a pomade. So it's a little. It has a little oil to it, but it's not like it's not gonna make it too shiny. And I only put it on the edge. So now, like I said, I'm just gonna part this down the middle, and then I'll turn it back to you guys. I may move from here, guys, to go get my other comb real quick because I don't know if I like this comb. Look, there it goes over here. I'm just gonna step away and grab my comb. So these full lace wigs, the parting on my full lace wigs are 13 by 6. So you can part like all the way back. Like you can give yourself a really deep part even with my full lace wigs. So I believe that that's in the middle. I may lower this too because I'm really short and it's kind of high up for me right now. So I parted it where I believe is down the middle. I may have to clean it up if it's not down the middle, but so I parted like that. Then I kind of just come in the back and I part like I section it off. So I'll put this in one section. Then I come around here on the other side and I put this in one section. So pretty much 3 sections is how I part. So I don't like to oil up the hair at all. I don't know why my thing just cut off, but I restarted it. This. Flat, make it flat. Flat. Then you want to come in here and grab your flat iron with the comb under and you pull through. And like I said, you want to pull all the way through with the comb on it. You want to grab every piece into that flat iron so it's nice and straight and every piece is getting the heat to it. It's a lot of cursing, so I'm gonna change my station. Sorry guys. Let's do Jagged Edge Radio. I'm sorry guys, but I have to change that. So now we're gonna do the same thing for this side. I see I left a piece, so I'll go back and grab that. And I'll when I'm done with the back, I'll lift this stand up so you guys can see it. But I know you guys are just worried about the front. Okay. So you do sections because it's going to be more here as you get closer to the top. So now I'm going to section this in 3. I'm going to put the heat in the root area, make it flat. Flat iron. And I'm going to put it on for you guys and everything, so you'll see it. As long as you get the concept of how to flat iron it, that's fine. Flat. And see, when you put your wig on the canvas and you style it like this and get it ready, it'll last you until like you wash it or you're ready to change the style. When you come home and you put your take your wig off, or whenever you take it off, you put it back on your head, get up the next day, put it back on, it should still be in place. You shouldn't have to really do much. And it also just helps your wigs last. Trying to make sure you guys can see that. And this hair is really nice. It's not tangling. It's not shedded. I know people say all the time it's really, really hard to find full lace wigs. So I also have them where they come not styled, where you can just buy them and customize them yourself. And it's much cheaper, but that's for like other hairstylists or clients. If you want to buy it cheaper and customize it yourself, so be it. I don't flat iron like this, like all crooked, but I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it. And the top is almost done. It doesn't, full lace doesn't really take long at all. I mean, the back is almost done, I'm sorry. And then we can get to the front. So not too much longer. See, this station is much more calm, no cursing. Okay. In a natural state is nice. Sometimes I wear mine in a natural state, but you guys probably seen that. Flatten it. I'm gonna open this because I can't sing. And this is 180 density, so it's kind of full. It's not too thin. But you can also have the option to have like wefts added in it. If you like extra full here, that's an option as well. You can just email me about that, or just write it in your notes on the order form. And I wouldn't charge extra. I know that piece is hanging. This part right here is like the very top from where your part is. So I like to make sure that part is extra flat as well. So I actually open that and make it 2 pieces. And I make sure I put the heat on it. If you get a tangle toward the end, never just pull straight through. Just comb the tangle out. Because, again, this is full lace and you don't want to just rip hairs out from the lace. Flat, flat. See? So now when I do that top part, make it even flat. And you'll see when I'm done how flat everything is on the top. Okay, you guys survived. The back, ooh, sorry. I caught the sides. The back is done. I'm gonna lift this so you guys can see. That back portion is done. This is for the sides. But the back portion is done. It's nice and straight and consistent all the way through. It's nice and soft. It's not tangling. It doesn't feel like, oh, baby hair. And see that? See how flat that is? So now when we do this part here and the sides, we'll have a flat surface on the top. So let's start the sides. Oh, this one's fun. So, I'm gonna start with this side first. So what I do here, it feels so good. I pretty much I come over here. I like to kind of part like up on a slant. So the front here will be like slanted. It'll be like slanted here, but then I kind of like to bring these hairs back this way, like coming back to the middle of the head. So that's how I part it. Click this back. And you could kind of open it and make it into smaller pieces if you need to. Put another clip. So now I'm gonna take the heat, and I'll show you when I'm done. Actually, I could turn it on. Flat. Flat. Then I take that same piece that I flattened. I take the flat iron. You see, that was that piece. Hold on, that's a packet. So you see that? Like I'm parting it like that. Still parted like on that slant. It's not just straight across, it's slanted. It's going up this way because I still want it to lay back and here nice and flat. So I'm gonna open it. And this piece here, I'm gonna bring it back with the heat. Straighten it. Now, this is so that piece came back into here like this, and you can see how it's laying nice and flat. Now let's do this front piece. So before I even straighten this, I'm gonna come here to the front part. You see where the hairs are at? I'm gonna put the heat on them to make them lay flat. And I'm lightly doing that just so it's flattening it. I'm not burning into the lace. Take my comb. These are pretty long, so I'm gonna, you see my finger? I'm gonna hold your, it's all in your fingers and in the comb. You can make them look however you want them to look. Like I said, I don't really like baby hairs like that, and neither does this client. So I get the swerve that I want. I put my comb in place. I take the heat, and I just press the heat back into that swerve. Like I kind of swerve it over with the heat, like that. See that? And once I do that, I straighten this piece. And I still feel that this part is a little wavy right there. So I'm gonna put the heat there because I don't like inconsistencies in styling these wigs. And I do this to each wig that I send out. However you request the style, I style it like that before it's sent out. And I really try to put my all into them because I know that they're not going to come exactly like that from being in the mail. But listen, I try. And look, you can see the difference already. Look how nice that looks from how the before picture was. So, oh, this is my son. So now we're gonna part on that angle, that slant. I kind of just part going up that way, like that. And again, if you want it straight down, you part straight across. Still do the thing with the front, but you just part straight across. Your parting goes in how you want to wear it because that's how you're gonna train it to lay with that heat. So I got that like that. Let's open this. Comb through. With the heat. See, inside the unit with the heat, I press kind of hard to make it lay. It's just the front of the lace. I don't like to press too hard because it's already been plucked. So it already had, you know, tension on it and you don't want to lose the hair as fast. So, got that part nice and flat. And again, this is not something that you'll have to do every day. You can, like, especially if you're working and you got a 9 to 5, this can be your once a week thing, maybe your Sunday night thing. If you're changing your style before work or you just want your unit to look good for the week, you can just do this once a week and it'll stay. And if you're going to change the style, like say if you had a side part but you want a middle part and you're going to change the parting or something, then you do all of this. But other than that, you don't have to do this every day. So don't think like, oh, every day I have to do that. You don't. So you see these hairs are a little long. I am going to put a little more of the Jane Carter on it, just to swerve it in good. See my fingers? See that? See how I wasn't even laying down? And now it's laying down. It is not hard. This little piece here in the root, I'm gonna put some heat. Then I'm gonna take this. And you have to have patience. I do get that, but this is why when people ask why does my units look so natural, this is why. It's not that easy to do because I'm sorry, because it's not, you know, it's not, when it's glued or taped, it kind of just automatically lays like that. It's like it's melting into your skin, but you don't have anything under the lace, so you have to train it. See how natural that looks? So now let's get this finished. I'm gonna have to refine this part. Lower this. Just making sure this part is clean. Sweet love. Let me put another clip there. Now we have a few pieces left on this side, and then we'll be ready for the next side. Still, you see I'm still parting on that slant, so it's still coming up this way, because that's going to form the way I'm going to have it styled for the client. So let's open this. The heat, get it nice and flat. And I probably should have mentioned this earlier, I'm sorry. Some people do the same thing that I'm doing, like going to each part and putting the heat, but instead of using this, they use a straightening comb. I've never done it with a straightening comb, but I've seen it, and it's still, you still get a nice flat surface. So that's that part. Now this front part, I'll put this clip right here so we can get this front edges. And another thing, this hairline is like thinned out. It's thinned out a lot, but this is at the client's request. I don't thin mine out this much, but she likes hers like this, so. This was off, so let me let it cool back up. I mean, heat back up. All right. I'll kiss you in the ear. This still feels a little bulky to me right here. So I'm going to open this. Sorry for scratching my nose. It was the top. That makes it feel flatter because it felt a little bulky right there. So I just opened it and you see how flat that is. I didn't bring this hair back yet. I'm gonna straighten this. I'm getting closer to the top and I want it to lay flat, flat, flat. So I'm gonna straighten this first before I bring that part back. I'm gonna straighten this piece first. So now let's grab this piece. And again, you don't have to have the hairs this long. You can definitely make them shorter. Like even this piece I might make a little shorter because it's pretty long. See how I'm lightly pressing that back into the unit? Nice and natural. And it's shiny right now because of the pomade, but the shine doesn't stay. We have like 2 more pieces on the top, but no one me 3 because, like I said, I want it really flat up there. Still on that kind of slant. how flat. Now let's bring this piece of hair back that's in the front of it. I'm not going to really curve this. I don't really like curves in the part area. So I'm just going to kind of straighten it out and bring it back. You can curve it though. Remember, however you want it to lay, that's how you put the heat into it. You can curve the iron along with the hairs like you saw me do. Now this part right here that's in the front, these pieces, this will be for the last piece. So I'll show you that is not a lot of hairs hanging, it's just that piece. But you see I didn't curve it, I just brung it straight back. I only really curve like the sides. See that? And then I bring this straight back. Like I said, that should have been 2 pieces left, but it was 3. So now it's 2 pieces left. I'm gonna open this because I want this top part flat. Okay. Let me show you that. And I'm gonna flatten it now. And I'm really aggressive with these wigs because I'm just so used to it. So I know I'm not going to damage it. Don't be scared to like be a little aggressive. Don't rip them or do anything like that. But don't be scared to be a little aggressive when you're styling it. Like you control the hair. You have to be in control of the hair. Don't be scared. If you're scared, you're not really going to style your wigs right. And don't be scared. It's just like if you got a washing set and then you came home and you styled it and played with it to get it how you want. That's the same thing that you have to do with your wigs. You have to make it comfortable for you. And as long as they fit, you can do anything you want with them. It's all on how you play with them and you style them. Look at that. We have one more piece at the top, and then we'll bring that piece of hair into it. I may be off with this center part. I'll see once I put it on, but I'm just gonna keep styling. Okay. So let's see. So before you see, it's not really clean and clear. You can't see. Now watch when we flatten it. Now let's lean this down. See? Now you can see it. Flat. And now I just have to bring that piece of hair back and this side is done. So remember I said I don't curve when I get right here. I kind of just comb it back. See, I just kind of combed it back. See? Look how natural. For the flyaways at the top, it's the way the hair is ventilated, so I kind of think any wig or frontal will have a little flyaways maybe right at the top. Just put some of that like in the palm of your hand and rub it on the top, or mousse. Just put some mousse to lay it down. I even have it on the side of mine. And look at that. It's nice and natural. Turn to the side. And it's not gel down or anything. It's just nice, natural. So all it took was a little bit of work. See that? And one thing you can do, if you do this, you can take a scarf and you can tie it around, like once you have the whole thing like this, you can tie it around from the front to the back or the back to the front. Just tie it around to keep this molded in place overnight. It'll really, really lay in. And once you take the scarf off, it'll just stay like that. But you can definitely tie a scarf around it. I usually don't, but you guys can do that. You can put a scarf around it. So that's this side. This is the right side. Now we're going to do the left side, but first I'll take it off so you guys can see the whole thing. So you see, nice and natural. And you see how it looked before I started doing this. So that's the back and the front that's done. I mean, one side of the front. See how it's flowing? Now we just have to do the other side. And I still kind of come in and I still put the heat just to really get it flat, flat, flat. I still like put the heat in it and I hold it. I'll turn it around so you guys can see. I'll put the heat like on it and I'll hold it here this way because I kind of like that bend, and then you don't have to do this, but I really like to mold my hairlines. See? So now let's do this right side and then we're done. I have to move this over some and I'm going to stand this way. Okay. So we're doing the same thing, doing those slanted parts. Put the clip over. So you know when you're doing the parts a little slanted, the hair is coming back this way. I'll just turn this around. See, I was going this way, but coming back into the unit this way. So you repeat the same thing from the other side. You take the heat. Get it nice and flat in there. Always be consistent all the way through if you want your units to really lay nice, flat, sleek. Be consistent. Do that, then you take the flat iron, pull through, okay. Next side. Next piece, sorry. Put the heat into it. It's a piece from the back that wasn't straight. Sorry, guys. Now we're gonna do this other piece. And this. Then it's the same deal with this piece here in the front. So you wanna swerve it over that way. Take the comb. Hold the comb in place. Then you want to put the heat into it. See? Nice and natural. Then you comb it out. Flat iron it. Next piece. I wasn't sure. Separate it. Put the heat. I don't wanna feel lonely. Let me move this so you guys can see. So now we're at the front part. Put the heat into this front piece. Now, the edge. Take the comb. Number your finger and the comb. Hold the comb. Okay. Okay, let's get the front part. Please stand by me. Okay. Let me put a clip here because you guys probably can't see. So, front pieces, remember swerve, put the heat there, take your comb, swerve it into the unit how you want it. Put the comb. Take that piece and straighten it. Okay, couple more pieces. That slanted part. Put a clip. The heat. Nice and flat. I don't even have to curve nothing in the front because I kind of did it from right there. Okay. So now, slanted part. Got a couple more pieces, 2 or 3, and then we're done. Okay. Go straighten this piece. Okay, so now it's just a few pieces left in the front. And remember, I don't even swerve those. So you guys will just see me bringing them to the back. Open it. Two pieces left after this. Let's put a clip on that. So if you notice in the front here, it's kind of like a short piece. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna do that first actually. I'm gonna come to the front here with this piece. We're gonna bring it straight back. Remember, I'm not into the curving in the front. So we'll bring that straight back into the unit. And then we'll come here and flatten these pieces. And we straighten it. Okay, two more pieces. Open this. So now, that piece is kind of long, but I'm not gonna, yeah, I'll cut it down a little bit. Put a little more pomade on it. And you always cut on an angle. Don't ever cut straight down. It'll be really even. And it won't look right. I just cut that down a little bit. Not too much. So now, I'm just going to pretty much bring it back into the unit. I'm not really going to swerve it. Just kind of comb it back into the unit and put some heat. And again, the pomade doesn't stay shiny like that on your unit. So it says just bring that piece back into the unit. So you see how it was straight here, but then here on the sides, just like that side curves. And now we just flat iron these last two pieces, flatten these last two pieces and flat iron them. And like I said, for those of you that want to tie the scarf around, once you're complete, you can definitely tie a scarf around it. It's even better, honestly. You get up, you take it off, or whenever you take it off, nice and flat. When you put your unit on, ooh, excuse me. When you put your unit on, it kind of just lays. Oh, losing the comb. Okay, we have one more piece. Look how flat that is. I don't know about this part when I take this off, guys, but I could fix that on my own time. Okay, last piece. Now we're gonna get it really flat. Make sure everything is flat. Come back in the back again. Make sure that's flat. Other side flat, 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 flat. Okay, we're done. We're done. I'm just gonna put some, and like I said, hers is really like, her hairline is really thinned out, but this is at her request. I don't thin mine out that much, not on purpose anyway. And yeah, you'll see when I put it on. And she's really light. That's another thing. So when I put it on, you're gonna see that the lace is not tinted to me. She's light. She's really, really light. Let me just go over this one more time with some heat. Make sure everything is in place before I take this baby off. Okay, like I said, just come around. Make sure everything is flat and in place. I'll turn these heats off for right now. So. Smooth the stand out the way. And look, guys, it's complete. From start to finish, we styled a unit and worked the hairline. Now I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna put it on, take it off. I'm gonna take mine off and I'm gonna put this one on to show you guys, okay? Pull your cap down further. If you're wearing a cap, make sure your straps so where you need them in the back. I'm not gonna put it too tight because my wig was on tight. Got a little headache. Put it on the front of your forehead. Slide it back. Throw your head back. Bring this back. Make sure those ears are out on both sides. Make sure everything is down nice and flat on each side. Ears out, down flat on each side. What I told y'all about that part. Bring this back. And again, she's lighter than me, so you can clearly see the difference in this one than in mine. But look at that. Nice and natural. And it looks like it's melting into my skin. And as you guys know, nothing was used underneath the lace. Oh yeah, you can see how light she is. But that's fine. At least you know that if you order it, it'll match you. Now, when I said I use this comb, I like to use this comb just to comb through. I don't really like combing all over with the tail comb. But it's nice and flowy. It's not tangling. You see it's combing straight through. Straight through. Straight through. Straight through. And remember when I said like I styled it a certain way so it can lay a certain way? So you see how it's pretty much like to the back like that? I like my units like that. I like to go behind my ear and make it lay really flat like that on one side. And then I bring out the other side. Like I bring the other side down like that. And this looks like really open on me, but she's much lighter than me, so it's gonna pretty much blend better on her. I may cut these hairs down a little shorter. Or just tie the scarf around. I'll reach out to her and see first. But this is it. This is the unit. We styled our first unit. Now style yours. I'm gonna get on my tiptoes. This is like on top of my butt. So it's pretty long. But we're done. Thank you guys. There'll be other videos to come, so make sure you stay tuned when I post that something has been added. You guys, you can tell other people to subscribe. Spread the word. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.